Good afternoon. It is Saturday afternoon. It is sunny. It looks nice out. But I'm making this video for kids who want to get their work done but are unable to keep up or for whatever reason being distracted. So I have a joke for you. Let's get started. What did the big flower say to the little one? You're really growing, bud. Okay. My words of wisdom. The smallest acts of kindness makes the biggest difference in someone's life. So you don't know how, if you're being nice to someone today, and how it might affect them that day. And I'm also going to start a new series where I'm going to show you, each week I'm going to take a picture of my backyard. And here is my backyard on Saturday, February 26th. You look how, see how dry and, everything looks dead. But spring is coming. Your typing test, you can take your typing test if you still want to. The code is MNX863. Okay, get that done if you want to. It just helps you practice your typing. Typing is going to be important as we move forward with testing this year. Okay, today we're going to do design and modeling in Tinkercad. Today we're making those rotating rings. I don't know if you remember last week, I sent some of those around. Somebody threw some back at me, but that's okay. Your objective? You're going to be able to use tools in Tinkercad to design a series of hollow spears by designing a rotating ring. A vocabulary is the x-axis. X-axis is going across, horizontal. The y-axis is going front to back. And then your z-axis is going up and down. A spear is a circular object, and even if you look at it, it even has those x, y, and z axes. So I'm going to go to my Tinkercad. I'm going to pull it over here. Actually, you can hear in the background, I'm printing some people's work from last week. So I'm going to go to my home desk, and I'm going to create a new project. First thing we're going to do, we are going to come up there, and we're going to change the title to, let's just name it Spears, and the date. Okay, and I'm just going to put today's date for what it is. So, what we're going to do, we're going to put a series of spears in here. We're just going to do 3 spears, but we need 6 of these spears in order to make the holes. We're going to make these hollow holes. So the first one we're going to click on, and we're going to, oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to edit the grid, because we're going to change it to inches. You got me on that one, because I've been insisting on that. The first spear, the biggest one, the outer one, we are going to make 1.25. And that means we're going to change all the y, the x-axis first, 1.25. The y-axis, 1.25. We'll also have to change the z-axis, 1.25. And now it should, oops, that one didn't change, 1.25. And now we have that spear that is perfectly sized. Now we're going to make a hollow, we're going to make a hole in the center. So we have to make this next one 1/8 of an inch thinner than that. So that one's going to be, and I'm going to do my math on some paper here. The inside is going to be on the x-axis 1.125. On the y-axis, it's already, somehow or another I moved it, and it moved it to 1.125. And then on the z-axis, we're going to make it 1.125. Okay, and of course we're going to make this a hole. So we're going to click on this, click on your smaller spear, make it a hole, I like clicking out of it before I start trying to move it, because sometimes if you have those the handles still showing, it'll change the size. So I'm going to slide it over, and I'm going to align that. Now, normally we're just lining it on the X and Y. Today we're going to align it in all three areas, on the X, the Y, and the Z. And we're going to group it. Now, if you did it right, you should not see the hole. Okay, now we're going to go to our next spear. This one is going to be 1 inch by 1 inch by 1 inch. The second one is going to be, and I have to do my math here, it's going to be 0.875. 0.875. 0.875, 0.875, and that's going to be an 1/8 of an inch thinner than this outer shell. Make that a hole. Click it off so the handles go away. Bring that over, and then we're going to align it the same way. Just click and drag. It doesn't have to be a perfect click and drag. You can just do a little line, and it's gonna align both of those. Click on it. We're gonna align it on this X-axis, the Y, and the Z. Then we're gonna group. Now, as funny as this seems, we're gonna put this inside of that bigger ball, and then we're gonna align them. Same way. X, Y, Z, group. So you have a hollow ball with another hollow ball and another ball inside of it, which is hollow. Right, then we're going to go to our final one. This one, we're going to click on the handles, and this one is going to be 8.75 minus that, 0.75. So we're already close to that. 0.75. 0.75. 0.75. It's funny, the other day, one student asked the other day, when I said make it 1.5, and she said, it keeps on going to 1.5. Well, 1.5 is 1.5. Alright, so now we're going to make this one 0.625. 0.625. 0.625 by 0.625. Okay, so I'm going to click over here, make sure the handles go away, and then I'm going to click on that, and then make it a hole. Now I'm going to click on it, make those handles go away. I'm going to align it inside of the ball. Same thing. X, Y, Z, group. Then I'm going to put this inside of that, and we are going to group that again. I'll align it first. X, Y, Z, group. Okay, so we have our foundation. Now what we have to do, we have to cut this ball, the top of it off and the bottom of it off. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. So our first measurement was 1.25. So what we can just pull out a whole block. And we are going to make this 1.5 on the X, 1.5 on the Y, and we're going to make it, let me see here, 0.25 high. Okay. So we can duplicate this. Rather than do that again, what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to hit Control C, then I'm going to hit Control V, and now we have a duplicate. So now I'm going to go to my front view. First one I'm going to pull over, and I'm going to look at it, and it looked like it was right on top of it, but it wasn't. So I'm going to bring that over here. I'm going to align it just to make sure. We're not using the Z-axis this time, just the X and the Y-axis. And I'm going to group it. Okay, now see what happens? I cut that off. Okay, now I'm going to raise this one up, and this one is going to be we're going to take it up. If you remember, you can pull that up. We're going to make it 1 inch high. Okay. I'm going to bring the ball over to that. I want to make sure I got that correct. I don't have that quite correct, do I? So I'm going to bring it close. And I am going to align it. Not on the Z-axis, just on the X and the Y. And then I'm going to group. Let's see what it looks like. I didn't group. There you go. So now what we're going to do, I'm clicking on it, and I'm going to start bringing it back down. And as I bring it down, I'm just going to put it at a 0. And that should take it all the way down to the bottom. And if I go to my view, you can look inside and you can see the 3 different balls. Okay? They should wiggle inside of each other. They won't be able to come out of it. Okay, so that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, you can stop the video at any time to do your work. We could perfect this, do this a little bit better, but I'm just going to leave it like this. So hopefully you can get your work done in class or whenever you can. Thank you so much. See you later.